Now, ladies and gents, just now we received the news of the NEV insurance registration coming from some of our favorite EV stocks like Nio, and from the period which started last week Monday until Sunday, or the 25th to the 31st of March, Nio saw total NEV insurance registration of around 3,550. Now, this is better than the figure they reported a week prior to last, whose results we got, of course, on Tuesday, where we saw New York coming out with 3,000. So this 3,550, it's an 18% increase from the 3,000 we saw a week prior to last, which is something that is pretty exciting. So these 3,500, it is the one that ended up constituting to Neo having total vehicles for March of around 11,866 as what we saw yesterday coming from the report. So as I've said, the good thing about the NEV insurance registrations is that though they don't give us the exact numbers, but they give us a plus minus what we can expect from some of our favorite EV stocks. I mean, if you are to look at the total insurance registrations we're sitting at, I think after last week's report, you will notice that we were around 8,500. When you add the 5,500 that Neo had for the first 2 weeks with that 3,000 we received last week, so they were at 8,500, which when we add these, ladies and gents, it comes to roughly around 12,000. Now you will know that these figures are usually rounded off, which makes it very close to the kind of vehicles that Neo ended up delivering for the month of March, because I think 11,866 with the existing, or with these current 12,000 that we are getting when we total the total, of course, NEV insurance registrations, ladies and gents, it tells us that these numbers are pretty close, though they are not accurate, but they are pretty close to the actual numbers that Neo announced on a month to month. So we can sort of like rely on them because they give us a guidance on what to expect or when Neo announced their deliveries. So yeah, man, 3,550 was the total NEV insurance registration that Neo saw for last week. I mean, these 3,550 vehicles, it looks like it's the second best week this year, which is something that is pretty exciting, and we hope to see now more good deliveries like this, as I personally believe that the low demand that we usually see beginning of the year, it has now passed us. It's in the rearview mirror, which is something that, of course, it is pretty amazing. Now, big analyst came out after yesterday's deliveries, and some reiterated their buy rating, while some, of course, cut Neo or downgraded Neo to underweight because of those deliveries, which you all know that we usually, though we listen to these guys because they know, they might know or have more information than us, and of course are experienced more than us, but sometimes what they do, I mean, you find analysts coming and reiterating a buy rating or downgrading Neo based on the deliveries they are seeing for 1 month, which is something that it cannot be conclusive, because the very same guy that's downgrading Neo this month will come next month and upgrade Neo or give it a much better price target than where it is now, which is something that, of course, you need to remain long and strong, or it tells you or teaches you that you need to make sure that you do your own due diligence, that at least you don't get to panic sell when sometimes you see the downgrades, because I mean, Morgan Stanley is reiterating a buy rating and still maintains a buy rating on Neo, whilst on the other hand, Barclays, we read today that they are downgrading Neo because of the deliveries they saw yesterday. So I won't be surprised when the very same Barclays next month or 2 months down the line, they reiterate a buy rating onto Neo based on the results that they will be seeing. I mean, there are some analysts that when the year started, ladies and gents, they said that they don't believe Neo will do well in terms of sales this year, which we are yet to see, because Q1 it's over and Nio sold just 30,055 vehicles, and we are now starting Q2, which, ladies and gents, I'm hoping things will be pretty good, much better than the Q2 we saw in 2023, because Q2 2023, many of you know that Nio sold just over 23,000 vehicles, which this year I personally believe that the results will be much better, much better. I mean, based on the current catalysts that we are seeing coming from Nio, I mean, some of the discounts they are offering to those that buy the Nio cars, I think we might see, or we will see Nio doing absolutely better in terms of deliveries now in Q2, or starting now in Q2. So it's unfortunate that this figure only included, or the 3,550 that we are seeing included only March, and this week it is a new week, and the Navy Insurance registration we are receiving this week are just simply for the new month, of which next week on Tuesday, this report we will be looking at the first full week's Navy Insurance registrations from Nio, because the month started yesterday, which was on Monday, which is something that of course it will of course make us to project nicely on what to expect onto Nio. But personally, honestly, I really don't want Nio to go back into delivering lower than 3,000 vehicles. I really don't want to see that, but I really want to continue seeing Nio growing in terms of deliveries. They should strive, fight to make sure that they deliver as many vehicles as possible, to revive some of the sentiments of some of these analysts or big institutions to come back and once again and see Nio for what it's worth. I mean, Nio is a company that is doing pretty good things, and though we are not seeing some of the fruits now, but in the future I believe that this is a company that will do really well, or pretty well, because they are setting up, ladies and gents, or whatever they are doing are their current fundamentals, what they are planning for. We can definitely see that they are planning to lead this fast growing EV industry. Otherwise, with all that, guys, I just thought I'd just give you this quick update. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, comment and subscribe, and once you subscribe, don't forget to hit or click that notification bell so that at least you get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey. And before you buy Nio for the very first time, increase your holdings. It is always good that you do your own due diligence so that at least you can be comfortable as you are investing onto this stock. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey, and God bless you all.